Good morning, students. Welcome to our Purnachandra Higher Secondary School, Baripada. Now, देखो आमे हमरो जो ऑनलाइन में बर्तमान क्लास चलची जेहेतु लॉकडाउन चलीची देश सारा तमे ऑनलाइन रे क्लास करिकी तुमे किछि बेनिफिट पाइ परिबो हम कॉलेज तुम सहित सबले अछि किछि वरी रहबार नाही ठीक अछि तो आमे लास्ट क्लास जो पढिथिले सॉलिड स्टेट रो जो क्लास 12 केमिस्ट्री रोची से सॉलिड स्टेट रो कोन रहितला लास्ट क्लास आमे पढिथिले डिफेक्ट इन सॉलिड then आज हम पढ़िबा the electrical properties of solid that is electrical properties of solid any solid materials according to the or on the basis of the conductivity there is solids are classified into three types. That's first one is conductor, second is insulator, and third one is semiconductor. So according to the conductivity range or according to the conductivity the solids are classified into three categories or three types, that is conductor, insulator and semiconductor. So at first we have to know that what is conductor. We know the substance, the solid substance which allow the flow of electric current easily that's called conductor. So what do we mean by conductor means the substance which allow to pass or allow the flow of electric current easily through the substance is called conductor. That means example amenova there's the example suppose that is copper, iron, silver etc. the more conductivity range on the basis of the conductivity. Okay, so these are called the conductor. Now we will go to the insulator. What do you mean by insulator? That is the substance which cannot or which do not allow the flow of electric current then it is called insulator. Then it is called insulator. The examples of insulators are these are wood, rubber, plastic, etc. That means in case of insulator the substance or the solid substance which do not allow to the flow of electric current, that means the free electrons is absent in case of insulator, but in case of conductor there will be so many free electrons are present due to which the electric current is flow easily on this substance. Okay, now we will go to the semiconductor, which is very important. Then both conductor and insulator. So we can write here insulator, that means semiconductor, that is the substance, the solid substance the solid substance which have the conductivity range, which have the conductivity range in between the conductor and insulator, in between the conductor and insulator, then it is called in between conductor and insulator, then it is called semiconductor. Okay, so the examples, very important examples of semiconductors are silicon and germanium. These are the very important example of semiconductors which have the capacity or which have the properties that the conductivity range lies in between conductor and insulator. So it is called semiconductor. Semiconductor means, semi means the flow of electric current or the flow of the range of conductivity will be semi, that means half. So partial, that is equal to partial. So partially conductivity range is called semiconductor, which have the conductivity range in between conductor as well and insulator. So it is called semiconductor. So semiconductor are of two types. One is called intrinsic semiconductor, that will be INS. So we can discuss the types of semiconductor, that is semiconductor. Semiconductors are of two types. One is called intrinsic semiconductor, that is intrinsic semiconductor. Okay, so intrinsic semiconductor means it is the purest form of semiconductor. It is the purest form. Write down. It is the purest form of semiconductor. Then it is called intrinsic semiconductor. That means there will be no any impurities is added to the semiconductor. Then it is called intrinsic semiconductor. Another one is extrinsic semiconductor. Extrinsic semiconductor, which is opposite to the intrinsic semiconductor. It means the purest form of semiconductor, but it means the impure semiconductor. It has been written as it is impure semiconductor. It is the impurest form. So in case of intrinsic semiconductor, we can take an example like all the elements or all the compound that will be formed by silicon. So we know everybody that is the valency of silicon is 4. So the 4 bond is bonded with another silicon molecule, silicon atom. So there will be no any impurities present in between this crystal or in between this solid. Only silicon present in the crystal. So it is called intrinsic semiconductor. Now we can discuss about the extrinsic semiconductor. What do you mean by extrinsic semiconductor? That means extrinsic semiconductor is also classified into two categories. One is called p-type semiconductor. P-type semiconductor, and another is n-type semiconductor. So what do you mean by p-type? P stands for positive type semiconductor. That is positive type semiconductor, and N stands for negative type semiconductor. Negative type semiconductors. If you will put the positive, that means the maximum energy or the maximum electron will be replaced. So the positive will be formed, and when the electron is added to the impurity or as like impurities into the intrinsic semiconductor, then it is called negative type semiconductor. Okay, now we can discuss about the p type and n type semiconductor as very well. So my dear students, now we have to discuss the types of extrinsic semiconductor. These are p types semiconductor. At first we are discussing about the p type semiconductor. So p type semiconductors means, at first you would know that what is the p or what stands for p, that is positive, or it is also known as hole, which is discussed. So we can create a crystal like silicon that is containing or a intrinsic semiconductor which is bonded with 4 bond due to the valency of silicon is 4. If the valency of silicon is 4. So now the silicon is present in group number 14. So in the periodic table, group number 14, group number 15 and group number 13. All you know that about the group. So group number 14 containing that is carbon, silicon, germanium, tin and lead. Now group number 15, that is nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony and bismuth. Now group number 13, that is boron, aluminium, gallium, indium and thallium. So these are the group number 13, 14 and 15 presents in our periodic table. Now the silicon is present in group number 14. So in case of group number 14, there will be 4 electron in the outermost shell. In case of silicon, there is 4 electron present in the outermost shell. But in case of group 13 elements, all the elements containing 3 electrons in their valence shell, as well as the group number 15 containing all the elements with 5 number of electrons as their outermost electron. Now we will doping, or we will create a dop. That is, doping means you have to remember that the process of doping, that is the adding of impurities with the intrinsic semiconductor. Okay, so now we will dope So now in case of silicon, doping means adding of impurities to the lattice sites. That is, beside the silicon we can add any group. Suppose we can add gallium, indium, etc. Suppose move in indium group, it is antibody. So indium, which have the 3 electron in their outermost shell, so it cannot form any 4 bond. So the indium form 3 covalent bond with the silicon molecule, silicon atoms. Then the one part will be create a hole, that is positive hole. So it will be formed a hole. That hole is the responsible for the creation or to the flow of electron, then it is called positive types of semiconductor. So that bond will be shift towards this hole, and another, suppose here will be indium, then the hole will be created to this side, then this bond will be shift towards this, and this bond will be shift towards this bond will be shift towards this. Like that, the positive hole will be the responsible for the current carrying to the crystal lattice. Okay, now this positive hole is the major part to the conductivity, or to the increase the conductivity of p-type semiconductor. Okay, now we will go to the n-type semiconductor. Suppose n-type semiconductor, that is n-type semiconductor. So in n-type semiconductor, that is when the silicon crystal, that is silicon when an intrinsic semiconductor is doped with group 15 elements, then it is called negative type semiconductor. So when that is a intrinsic semiconductor, when intrinsic semiconductor is doped by group 15 elements, that will be, suppose arsenic, it will be not possible nitrogen and phosphorus, so arsenic will be doped with the intrinsic semiconductor of silicon, that is formed. Suppose in that case we can add the arsenic, and in that case we can add the arsenic, as the arsenic containing 5 electrons in their outermost shell, then one part will be here as the free electron. So 4 electrons are formed, 4 covalent bond with the silicon atom, then 1 electron is behind to the arsenic, which is containing 5 electrons to the outermost shell. So 1 electron is here and 1 electron is here. So the presence of more electron is the responsible for the electron or the negative charge, the increase the negative charge. So it is called negative type semiconductor, and the conductivity will be responsible for that electron in case of negative type semiconductor. So it is clear. That will be the electrical properties of solid. In your exam, you have to found, or you will find the electrical properties, that is the conductor, semiconductor and insulator, and the n-type and p-type semiconductor, and the difference between n-type and p-type semiconductor. Okay, thank you. This is the electrical properties of solid, and next part will be the band theory of solid. Okay, thank you so much.